Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about video game company Electrical Art, how it can be the investment that can grow your portfolio. Let's give a brief overview of the company. Founded in 1982, Electrical Art is an American video game company headquartered in Redwood City, California. Electrical Art is a global leader in digital interactive entertainment. EA develops and delivers games, content, and online services for internet-connected consoles, mobile devices, and personal computers. EA has more than 300 million registered players around the world. It is the second largest gaming company in America and Europe by revenue and market capitalizations after Activision Blizzard, and ahead of Take-Two Interactive, CD Projekt, and Ubisoft. EA develops and publishes games of established franchises, including Battlefield, The Sims, Medal of Honor, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Star Wars, as well as EA Sports titles. Overall growth of the potential of the gaming industry is very big. In the macro environment, video game industry is booming and replace music become used first go to entertainment. In the study by the entertainment brand Whistle, 68% of Gen Z men said that gaming was an important part of their identity. 91% said they play video games regularly. 74% said video games help them stay connected with their friends. The global gaming industry took in $180 billion for 2020, a 20% increase in revenue, and more than sports and movies worldwide. Quarantine contributed part of this, but like so many trends, COVID didn't spark this particular trajectory so much as where it's intensified it. Long before the lockdowns, video games had a trumpet as most popular forms of entertainment among young people. In 2019, consumer intelligence firms reported that the controversial YouTube star PewDiePie, who posts video games content, has the same name recognition as the higher favorably super athlete LeBron James among Generation Z American men. The new generations prefer interactive forms of entertainment such as video games and online sports betting. Young generations left behind traditional media for the social media over the past decades, and now they're leaving behind social media for more interactive experiences. And with estimated 2.5 trillion purchase power among millennial and Generation Z, I think there are more than enough growth space for a games developer like EA. Now let's talk about EA's business model. While EA still depends on selling new games released to drive a good portion of its top line, revenue from live services made up 57% of the company's total revenue through the fiscal third quarter 2021. EA management said live services will become increasingly important to its business going forward, as players spend time in certain titles for longer stretches. Besides in-gaming spending, EA Live Services business also including revenue from subscriptions, advertising, esports, and gaming software that is licensed to third parties that distribute EA games on digital platforms. Sports titles are the driving growth of EA's live service growth. The largest source of revenue within live services is Ultimate Team game mode in Madden NFL and FIFA. With Ultimate Team, players spend money to collect current or former athletes that they can use to compete against other players online. EA management considered the revenue generated from sports titles to be a recurring revenue stream, mainly because EA releases a new version of Madden NFL and FIFA every year. The new version comes with updates, the team roster, and other features. These games have a dedicated player base who not only buy the new version, but also spend money on Ultimate Team throughout the year. Therefore, I believe that separate EA from other video games developers because people will never stop loving sports and play sports games. This will guarantee EA's revenue because non-sports game title is not nearly doing consistent as sports titles. Now let's take a look at the Q3 2021 EA's quarterly presentation. During the last quarter, EA released 4 games, which added up to 10 games total fiscal year. EA Live Service continued to see tremendous growth, with the FIFA Ultimate Matches growth 177% year over year. Over the last decades, FIFA's live service have grown at a compound annual growth rate of near 50%, and Madden live services at near 60%. The Sims is on track for its 6th consecutive years of growth, and the Apex Legends is on track for its 2nd consecutive year of growth. These are particularly good news because revenue from live services are more stable and are considered recurring revenues compared to revenue from new non-sports game release. EA Sports franchise have engaged more than 230 million people over the past fiscal year, and EA expect this number to grow to 500 million people over the next 5 years. EA delivered record night booking to $2.4 billion, in which $1.5 billion from live services such as FIFA and the Madden Ultimate Team, and $858 million from full release game. For the fiscal year 2021, EA estimated net revenue to be $5.6 billion, which represents 1.1% growth from fiscal year 2020. Night booking will be $6.075 billion from $5.372 billion, which represents 13% growth. I want to emphasize that when we see growth in the company, the night booking should be a more accurate reflection of growth because night bookings are defined as the net numbers of products and services sold digitally or sold physically in the period, which is more reflect how a company performed in that period. The low growth on revenue but a high growth on night booking simply means that the revenue for some products and services will not be recognized until later period. For example, if some customers pay the subscription monthly, net revenue will be recognized monthly, which means part of the revenue for the subscription will not be recognized until next fiscal year. So we can see 13% net booking for the whole fiscal 2021 is a healthy growth numbers for EA. Now let's take a look at the financials. Let's take a look at EA's profitability compared to the industry. Gross margins of EA is 74.5% compared to industry's 24.7%. Operating margins at 22.4% versus industry's 19.4%. Net margins at 20.8% versus 13.8%. ROIC is at 13.9% versus industry's minus 4.3%. EA's sales growth expected to be 16.6% in 2021, and the EA's projected sales growth is 6.6% in 2022, which is below 24.7% of industry average. However, if you look back at sales 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years sales average, the number will all above gaming industry average. Plus, gaming companies' sales growth tend to fluctuate based on how many games they release in 1 year. I'm more bullish on EA than other gaming companies due to its steady recurring revenue from live services, specifically from EA Sports. And from a valuation perspective, EA looks cheap compared to gaming industry average. Price to earning is at 31.52 compared to 58.7 of industry average. Price to free cash flow is at 20.1 compared to 34 to industry average. Price to book is at 4.8 compared to 6.6 over industry average. Company also is particularly good financial health with current ratio of 2.2 and total asset to total liability at 2.78. EA's stock is trading at $127.21 with market cap of $36.59 billion. EA started to pay dividends in December last year. EA currently rated as a buy by 27 analysts with an average target price of $157.59. I think EA is not a company that will be high growth compared to the companies in the EV industry or fintech industry, but the gaming industry is well established. It still has plenty of room to grow since the youth is adopting video games as their entertainment. Their growth trend will especially benefit EA since it's a huge success in EA Sports and other live services which give EA a sense of security that other gaming companies will not enjoy. Therefore, I think we can expect EA enjoy a moderate growth in coming years. And EA stock are a good choice for investors who want a 10 to 20% growth but are afraid of risk of high growth stocks, while also want to receive dividends. EA strikes a balance in the middle. And with that to be said, it concludes that my take on EA stock. If you are interested in investing in gaming industry but do not want to invest in just one stock, you can also consider the gaming ETF I have talked about in this video. I've left the link down below. If you feel like the video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.